to where credit is due. Dr. Umar, man, my man kept saying, Saul, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. So I'm watching the joint, and I'm like, man, this right here is like, really is light work for Dr. Umar. It's no challenge there at all. This was real light work. It reminded me of, remember when Malcolm X was sitting down amongst the Negroes, and he was having this debate, and all these Negroes was defending the white man, and I mean, it was crazy. It's pathetic. And the number one, the black woman, she really let me correct that. Not the black woman. This black woman need to sit her ass down. Looking like Aunt Jemima up there. Trying to defend. Umar is telling you that the black man needs to be with a black woman. And she's mad about that. The white man told her, get your jigaboo ass out there. Turn down. My mic is blasting. Okay, let me turn it down. Hold on. Let me turn it down. All right, let me turn down my mic. How it sounds now, family? Let me turn it down a little. How it sound now? Okay. Dr. Umar is there telling you that the black man needs to be with a black woman. That the black woman needs to be with a black man to strengthen up the family. This is what he's talking about. And the black woman she got a nerve to say she is surprised that Umar, he knows better than that. You know what? I'm going to do better than that. What I want to do is go to clip one. Let's go to clip one and let's see for ourselves. Let's hear it.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
All right, let's go. Let's just deal with clip one.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
During that particular interview,
real talk. That's what's up. You know, we got to give it to Umar because he's the first one that came up with that, unapologetically African. A lot of people don't like to give credit where credit is due. Me and my brother, we went through our thing. We did what we had to do. But now we move forward, we move on. And you got to big up brothers that are still here, doing the right thing, going on these shows, not buck dancing, not wavering, not shuffling and scratching. I like that shit when he said, I only dance when I want to. Not when the music is playing. I dance when I want to dance. And how the other shit go? But anyway, let's get to it. Clip one. Let's go.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
During that particular interview, you talked about a variety of issues that also got people talking. One of them dealt with your views on interracial marriage.
Yes, sir.
And so, so explain that for folks who did not hear it.
Certainly. Simply put, any black man who is with a woman who's not an African herself is going to have a difficult time getting respect from me. I believe black men need to be with black women. The black family is under attack. Only 1 out of every 4 black women gets married. The black woman is last likely to get married. She's the last married, the first divorced. We have what? 2/3 of our children being raised by working class and impoverished single black female led house homes. The destruction of a nation begins in the home of its families. And if we want to save black people, we have to save the black family. And in order to do that, black men have to commit themselves to black women.
So when you talk about not getting your respect, so if that's the case, you're saying President Barack Obama didn't get your respect because his dad married a white woman?
Oh, not at all.
Would Harry Belafonte?
Not at all. I want to be very clear about something. As Pan-Africanists, the product of an interracial union is an African. I have heroes who are biracial. Some of the grandfathers of Pan-Africanism were of mixed racial ancestry. You don't blame a child for how they got here.
But I'm asking you this here. Harry Belafonte has a white wife. No respect for him?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your social status.
So no. I didn't say social. I'm talking about one who put the work.
Right, but you put him out.
No. I'm asking you. So Harry Belafonte.
Yes, sir.
Sidney Poitier, Julian Bond, Vernon Jordan.
And you're naming all them to say what?
No, these are all African American men who have
done some good things.
No, who married white women. But you said any black man who marries a white woman will not get your respect.
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
And what I'm telling you is this: I don't care who you name. I don't care how much work you did for black people. Your greatest commitment to black people is being committed to a black woman. It is still a contradiction. No matter how much you think you did for the struggle, if you really were concerned with black people, you would commit yourself to a black woman. So it doesn't matter how successful they are. It doesn't matter how great you may claim them to be. At the end of the day, you didn't think enough about your own people to marry a woman who looks like you. I'm unapologetically African.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. You see what I'm saying? See, Roland Martin thought he was going to get him to buck and to waver when he started saying Harry Belafonte, Sidney Poitier, Julian Bond, Vernon Jordan. Come on, man. Those are all Negroes at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? And he thought that he was going to have Dr. Umar on the ropes. But nah. He stood firm, he kept his poise, and he delivered the powerful, potent message that the black family need to hear. You got to give that black man props on that. Give him credit where credit is due. Because we know you could have went up there buck dancing once you start naming all these, these powerful film producers and stars and celebrities, but he didn't do that. He did not do that, man. He stood up. He stood tall. And now listen, we got to give Roland Martin his props too. Why you gonna give Roland Martin props, Netta? The reason I'm gonna give Roland Martin props is because, for the simple fact that he was not afraid to bring Dr. Umar on his show. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give him props. Because a lot of people, they don't want to bring no pure black man with a black thought and a black mind on their TV show before the world getting hits like that. You see? So, regardless of whether you may call him a coon or not, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So what? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about giving him credit for at least bringing him on the show. What happened to Arsenio Hall when he brought Farrakhan on the show? Was it Farrakhan? Yes, I think it was Farrakhan. What happened? They took that show from him. He sacrificed that show for Minister Farrakhan. And Arsenio Hall said, damn, well, at least I'm going to have the world to listen to you at that time. It's the same way with Roland Martin. Roland Martin said, I mean, y'all can call him a coon and do all that all you want. I'm not going to call him that. I don't want the motherfucker flagging me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the nigga flagging me for putting this shit up. So Roland Martin, black power to you, brother, for just thinking about bringing Umar on your show. Now, let's go to clip number 2. Check this out, family.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes, sir. An ancestor of mine.
So when you say ancestor, what does that mean?
Hold on. Real quick. That's the shit that I really like too. It shows you that Dr. Umar is on his shit. He on his grind. Think quick. He's ready. And when Roland Martin asked him about Frederick Douglass, man, he went down the line, listening, dropping the history, going into the tree, breaking it down word for word. So-and-so, this one, that one. And I was surprised when he mentioned Washington. He mentioned Washington, something like George Washington, Bailey. That shit hit me because it shows that there's somebody, cracker, one slave master, owned your ancestors as well when he mentioned Washington, Bailey. So let's go on to this. This shit was fire. The way he broke it down, not stuttering, nothing. It shows that the man, the black man, is studying and he's on his shit. Let's go to it. Clip 2.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes, sir. An ancestor of mine.
So when you say ancestor, what does that mean?
Well, let me break it down.
Because again, some have said you tried to claim that you are a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
Okay, so let's deal with that.
So hold on one second. Here's a statement from the family. Let me go ahead and read this, please. The family of Frederick Douglass has received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson, questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about his legitimacy of his PhD and the handling of the donations he's received for his school that he is promoting. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant, but he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. We have researched his explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionist. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regards to a documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. The information he recites correctly is from the public record, so his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from definitive proof.
Two things there. One, he's not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. Okay? I would concur with that. All right? But then two, you also heard that some of the things he says is correct. So the question becomes, he's either related or he's not. Okay?
So are you related?
I'm about to answer your question,
okay,
if you allow me to do that. I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass. My name is on the family tree. We have a family reunion every 2 years. What they're talking about, I want to make sure you're clear. They're talking about whether or not I come through the loin of Frederick Douglass, which I do not, nor have I ever claimed. Okay? I have more videos on YouTube than any other scholar. I speak around the world more than any other scholar. Show me where I've ever said I was a descendant. I've only claimed one thing, kinsman. How am I kinsman? If you ever read any of the autobiographies of Frederick Douglass, he talks about growing up on Tuckahoe Creek with Cousin Stephen. Cousin Stephen is Stephen Bailey, Dr. Umar Johnson's 4 times great-grandfather, whose grave I just visited last week. I go every year. Okay, that's my 4 times great-grandfather. He married my 4 times great-grandmother, Caroline Wilson Bailey. From that union came my 3 times great-grandfather, George Washington Bailey, the first black public school teacher on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. He married Grandmom Annie. They had Grandmom Caroline. Okay, she had Grandma Vivian. Grandma Vivian married a Spanish-speaking Cuban immigrant, Grandpop Cicero. They had Grandmom Ida, who's still alive, who married James Johnson, who had my father Jamal, who married my mama Barbara, and from that union I was born. I am a blood of Bailey. I am not married in. What they're talking about is strictly descendancy, something I've never claimed. Am I a kin? Do I directly come from the loin of the first cousin and potentially half-brother of Frederick Douglass? And the reason I say potentially, the slave master who owned our family, a white man named Aaron Anthony, raped Frederick's mother and raped Stephen's mother, my ancestor. And there's significant evidence to suggest that. Some people could still argue, though, that they were not brothers because it's not conclusive. Fine, throw that out. I'm still a kinsman because I come through the blood of his first cousin. I'm unapologetically African.
I had to put that on every clip I put. I'm unapologetically African. Yo, family, you got to give it up to him for that, man. Did y'all see how skillfully, how tactfully, that's talent right there. That's talent right there. And I remember when I first called Dr. Umar and I spoke to him and I said to him the same things. I said, God damn, brother, the way you could go in, no notes, no nothing. And y'all seen for yourself how he went in and broke down the family tree. Come on, man. That's talent. That shit is fire right there. I love it. I was just sitting back like, God damn. He break it down T for T. He go in. How you gonna hate on that? And you got Negroes running around hating, and you ain't doing the goddamn thing. I can see if you was doing something where we could say, well, let's look at your work. Let's see what you do, and let's put it on the scale. See, just like a lot of Negroes talk about me, show me your work ethic, brother. Put your work on the scale with mine. And then you got it right. You can say something. But if you can't even match the work ethic that I do. Come on, man. That's it, man. It was an ambush panel. Nah, it wasn't no ambush panel. Trust me, that was not an ambush panel. That shit was so light. Umar could have did that shit with his eyes closed. It was easy. That shit was too easy for Umar. Real talk. Real goddamn talk. Let's go down the line. Clip number 3. Let's get it in.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
You talked about, again, respect. You respect.
I don't talk about respect. I get tremendous respect from my people.
I'm not talking about that. Do you respect Frederick Douglass?
Yes.
But he had a white wife.
He did.
So that's what I'm sure.
I'm gonna clarify.
Why is that an issue? Why is that? If you put in the work and you have the history, who cares who you marry?
I already answered that question, and I told you I don't care how much work you put in. If you don't commit yourself to a black woman, ultimately you wasn't totally committed to the struggle. Even Frederick Douglass has to be criticized, as I did on the Breakfast Club. Now it has to be put in context. He didn't marry the white woman until he was an old man, after his wife Anna Murray Douglass of 50 years, a blue-black chocolate woman through whom all my cousins were born. He was an old man when he did it, but nonetheless he did it. And yes, he has to be criticized on that, because a black man needs to be with a black woman, and it is a contradiction. I don't care how much work you think you've done for black folks to not commit yourself to a black woman. I'm unapologetically African.
I'm unapologetically African. You already know. I'm unapologetically a black man. It's always a Negro woman that feels she need to come out and challenge the black man when the brother is straight up telling you, he telling you that in order for us to have a strong family bloodline, that the black man needs to be with the black woman and the black woman need to be with the black man. What's wrong with that? But evidently she felt something wrong with that. Slave master said, get your ass out there and get him for that. Let's go.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
So the question of interracial marriage,
Yes, ma'am.
come on, man. You're too smart for this. Come on, man. You're too smart for this. Come on, man. You're too smart for this. We got 43.
I'm too smart for what?
We got 43 million black people in this country.
And that
we got
means
over
what?
190 million white people. You're going to sit here and say that if
And you
a
got
black
half the
person,
black
a white person get married, a black person, a white person get married, one can't understand the other person's struggle. You've seen Tim Wise, right? You've seen Reverend Wallace. You've seen white people who understand racism very well.
Did you hear her references? She mentioned Tim Wise. Are you serious, sister? Come on, black woman. You get on national TV like this and make yourself look so foolish talking about Tim Wise and all the other crackers she done mentioned. Let me hear that again. Check.
I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African. I'm unapologetically African.
So the question of interracial marriage,
Yes, ma'am.
come on, man. You're too smart for this. Come on, man. You're too smart for this. Come on, man. You're too smart for this. We got 43.
Smart for what?
We got 43 million black people in this country.
And
We
that
got
means
over
what?
190 million white people. You're going to sit here and say that if
And you
a
got
black
half the
person,
black
a white person get married, a black person, a white person get married, one can't understand the other person's struggle. You've seen Tim Wise, right? You've seen Reverend Wallace. You've seen white people who understand racism very well.
All right, family. Y'all see what's going on. Yeah, so y'all can see it's always that black woman that got to step up front and the white man put the cameras on her and she defends the white man. You know, it's sad to see how women do that. Sisters, y'all gotta condemn that. I got a sister that's gonna be at, let me show you. Where is that? Let me see. Where we at? Right here, family. I'm telling you, man. House of Consciousness Reunion Celebration, August the 13th, 2017. Family, we got a special message from Dr. Phil Valentine from Africa, Lahila, Africa. We have a few powerful messages coming from a lot of powerful people that's going to be in the building that you don't see on the flyer. This is why I'm telling y'all that if you don't make it, you're gonna miss out on a lot of powerful information. There's gonna be a lot of powerful people coming. I'm glad my man Solimar will be in the building. I gave Solimar the green light to document whatever to bring back to the people, and he's gonna share it with the people. So my brother Solimar got the green light to come in and film. One of the brothers that can film. You see? One of the brothers that can come in there and document this and give it to our people. So family, y'all don't want to miss this shit. It's gonna be bad. We throwing down up in there. All right. So I guess they tried to get him with that. So the system
called me a liar, and you're cool.
So the system defends the white boy, and then you got to see the little coon Negro on the side. He just can't wait to get in it. That's why I said, family, this was too easy for Umar. This was no ambush. It wasn't an ambush. If it was a weak ass fucking ambush. Weak. Bring in some powerful people that even if you would have, I don't care who you would have brought in at your best, because the truth stands out clear from error. I know all the Muslims know about that right there. That's one of the ayats in the Quran. The truth stands out clear from error till it knocks out his brain. Only the Muslims know what I'm talking about when I say that. Alright? Okay, family. So, let's get back to this one right here. This is when the coon comes in. Let's get it.
You are lying. I haven't called me a liar, and you're cool. You are lying. I haven't called me a liar, and you're cool. You are lying. I haven't called me a liar, and you're cool. You are lying. I haven't called me a liar, and you're cool.
190 million people in America.
Eugene.
We're not going to go there. We're not. It's a fact that you're lying. It's a fact that you're lying. It's a fact that you're lying. I understand you. To say that.
No, everybody. 1 second. Several things I don't allow. I don't allow the N-word. I don't allow coon. We can talk to one another and disagree, but I do not use racial epithets against black people.
That's fine, but he called me a liar.
No.
So the language these
racial epithets will not be used on this show.
And that's fine.
By anybody.
But how we talk to each other needs
you can say whatever you want, but no racial epithets will be used on this show about black people to black people. Eugene, your question.
Yeah, I heard that. Man, listen. I mean, I understand Umar didn't want to get kicked off, but at that point, you know me, Sonetta, I would have said, man, I hear what you're saying, respectfully, but he's a coon. I would have said it again. Or, just before you get off the show, I would have called you all coon. See you later, coon. But I'm going to tell you something. You had one brother up on the panel. He's an attorney. His name is Attorney Scott. And Scott is not a coon. It's one brother who is not a coon, and that's the brother Attorney Scott. Scott is a good brother, and we seen how he went in. Let's go to the coon and watch how he defends his slave master. Let's check it out.
So, from your paradigm, from your perspective, Civil Rights Act isn't an act of white folk stepping up on behalf of black folk. Current criminal justice reform legislation moving isn't a current act of white folk stepping on behalf of black folk. Folk that funded the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s isn't an act of white folks stepping up and having black folk. I'm sorry, as an American, because I define myself as an American, an African American.
I'm sure you do.
I live in a country that moves forward together. And I say that as a Republican. We move forward together. Yes, we have individual struggle. Yes, we have struggles.
I'm not talking about
yes, no. Yes, we have systematic.
We have disproportionality.
Finish in 15 seconds.
We have systematic struggles, and together as a country, moving forward to defeat those struggles.
Really? So, based on what you said, I want you to give me examples of white folk, not individuals, but systematically. Excuse me.
Why can't they be individuals?
1 second.
I know you can't wait to defend him, but let me
1 second answer.
Can I finish?
Go.
Okay, I'm going.
Y'all see this? This is family. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is light work for Dr. Umar, man. This is light work. You could have bought your best up there, and Umar would have smashed them because of the truth that he was spitting and the information that was coming out of his mouth. Family, y'all all gotta agree. Throw up one if you think Umar smashed it on this interview. Throw up the one, family. We're gonna wind down, and what I'm gonna do is open up the phone lines so we could get some callers in. All right? How about that? Let's get to the last one, and let's get it in.
Name anything systematically done ever in this. Okay? You cannot name anything systematically done ever in this country by white people to equal the playing field for black folks.
The Civil Rights Act, Congress literally sits behind us. The Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act.
Are you
Both
aware?
of them.
Are you aware?
Hey,
Both of them.
White people are proud of you, son.
Let me ask Scott Bolden.
Quick. I think the terminology and the narrative being used is a little misleading, not from you, but from this dialogue right here.
Okay.
You know, it's one thing.
That's
to
Scott right
sympathize
there.
with
That's the brother Scott.
It's another one to empathize with the struggle. Very different. When you talk about marriage being a political choice, and that one of the arguments that you made that I tend to agree with is that if you don't marry a black woman, then she can never support and comfort and value your day-to-day struggle as a black man. That being said, I do think that the level of the rhetoric that you use in regard to your Pan-Africanism is difficult for many of us, quote, in the mainstream to get our arms around. But this issue about black men and white women in the civil rights struggle is not a new discussion. My mother was a civil rights activist in Chicago, and she would often complain privately that, one, you can't sleep white and talk black, if you will. And that's always been in the American struggle, African-American struggle with ourselves.
Yes, sir.
The other thing is that we struggle with our own psychology about self-love and otherwise. And if we get our arms around that, that does make sense.
Okay.
But you would have to say that you know 190 million people.
But you're being too
One second.
You would have to claim
Answer,
that.
one
Individuals
second.
don't
Answer the
matter.
question.
You'd have to claim
No,
that.
go ahead and respond. Go ahead.
And I agree with my brother's
Scott.
comments. Brother Scott, he brought up the Civil Rights Bill. But what he did not talk about in relation to the Civil Rights Bill is there were two words included in that bill that ultimately served to take away from black people what that bill was intended to deliver. They added gender and they added sexual orientation. And as a result of that, white women and homosexuals have been able to strip black America from the intended gains of the Civil Rights Act. So there was still racism in that bill if you will study that history.
So Umar, your question was, has anyone black ever systematically done, has anyone white ever systematically done anything?
Systematically.
Systematically.
White America.
So LBJ would be the answer for that.
No, I want
because
you to
that's
get-
the government.
No, I don't think you
That's
heard
a
the question.
systematic move.
No, you didn't hear the question.
I
What
heard
has?
it
No,
just
you
fine.
did not. No,
Yeah, I
you
did.
didn't.
Yeah, I
You're
did.
so quick to defend white
Yeah,
folks
I
that
did.
you're not listening.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
not trying to
I
defend
literally
white
have
folks.
45 seconds, so restate the question and give an answer. I got 45
All right,
seconds.
let's get an answer.
The question was, what has white America done?
Right.
Not individuals. Systematically.
Not
Can I?
individuals.
You
Why
won't
not
even let me
individuals?
finish.
Yeah, because
You're that in love with white folks, you won't even let me finish.
Point on every.
Finish
You got
literally
that 3 times.
20
You got that
seconds.
3 times.
There is no bigger
Go.
system than the
20
US.
seconds, I'll finish.
The US
And then 20
government is
seconds,
the
I would say that the panel that you have here, who are extremely intelligent, do not represent the everyday black man and woman struggles, and then because of that, they can articulate.
And you represent 43 million people
All right,
in this
folks.
country? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Appreciate it. Thanks so
I don't
much.
think you represent.
Coast to coast instrumental. I'm going deep. Native New Yorker.
All right, family, we heard that. All right, let's get it. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Farrell Phil from the Bronx, sir.
What's going on, my man?
How you doing, boss, man?
I'm good.
I wanted to highlight a couple of things. I love that you're reviewing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. And one thing I want to get straight with people when it came down to that affirmative action bill, if you look at it right now, between the brothers and the sisters in the black community, the sisters have more degrees than us. So how come they didn't take it? How come the affirmative action bill didn't allow these black sisters to obtain their own companies and their own jobs, as far as companies and corporations and things like that? Why haven't they? Because Dr. Claude Anderson revealed that 70% of the money allocated for affirmative actions went to white women. So when Dr. Umar stated that they put gender into it, it means that they gave it to their white women. And if you look at that feminist movement on the front line with black women and white women, but when they went upstairs to get it signed by Jimmy Carter, it was nothing but white women up there. So they just used the black female. They took them from our civil rights movement to get them numbers, and it was a bedroom beef that the white woman had with the white man. That the white woman told the black woman to get involved, and it was no real reason for them to get involved with that, because we wasn't oppressing our own women. First and foremost, black people didn't, or men did not make the rules of the civilization. We didn't make up the rules. We didn't tell them they couldn't read. We didn't tell them they couldn't drive. You see what I'm saying, Saul? But yet and still, the white woman went to the black woman and psychologically duped them into coming on the line with them, therefore abandoning us. And this is all facts. Number 2, Dr. Umar, I respect him. He is one of our leaders. You understand? And I don't care who don't like him. You don't like everything your leader does. You understand? Who the fuck is perfect? All the people and the naysayers saying something, put your resumes up to the Sarnettas, the Dr. Khalid Muhammad's, the Farrakhan's. You can't. You can't. You understand? You can't even fit in the Sarnettas of these world's diaper, more or less, than their shoes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And another thing is, last but not least, I want you to cover the Calvin Payne guy. You know what I'm saying? He was on Fox News, Money Matters. He was a Fox News analyst and anchor, and he was married to a black woman, and he cheated on his black queen with the white woman. You understand? So, and he also had a debate with Mark Lamont Hill, and he tried to disrespect Mark Lamont Hill. You see what I'm saying? And he came off like a real coon. And then all of a sudden, 3 years later, he's getting shut down by a white woman who he had an affair with, but they both was in agreement with. But then once the lid blew off, all of a sudden she contacted some lawyers and said, "Oh, I was coerced into having sex with him because I wanted a permanent anchor position with Fox News." So this is what we have to face whenever we deal with the other side, because they can always switch sides back when things getting thick. You see what I'm saying? And last but not least, everybody out there, togetherness is much more needed now than ever. We go out to go extinct as far as our community goes if we don't get together, pool our resources. I don't think y'all should give money to the black churches if these black churches don't put them money into black banks, because black banks will be more prone to giving us loans opposing to the white banks. The white banks don't even want to give us loans. So it's like, why would the black community keep putting money?
Oh man, damn, we lost the brother. Sorry about that, my man. Sorry about that, brother. All right, hold on, my brother. Let me say this too real quick. I want to also give a powerful shout out to all the Patreons that subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you, brothers and sisters out there, for your support, for the love that you have given me. And I want to shout all of you out who are doing something. See, those are the people that you see out there that you don't see on the big screen. Shout out to all the Patriots, man. Love y'all, brothers and sisters. Thank y'all. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Brother Sarnetta, this your boy Abdul, man. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Wa alaikum assalam, my man. What's happening?
Hey, man, I caught the end of the programming, but I basically just wanted to call, show some love and respect to my elder and say peace, man, and, just continue doing the work, man. You're doing a good job, brother. I like the way you're moving this shit, man.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Hey, Sly, you check out that little debate, so-called debate over there on the other channel?
Which one? What's that?
That's on your boy Dagger Squad channel.
Nah, who they debating?
Nah, I had a debate with your boy Malik. What's his name? Malik, the white boy, the Cuban dude.
Oh, you debated Malik?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that. What was the topic?
The topic was, does Islam promote slavery?
And of course, I already know you said yes. So if you say yes, I know you won that debate.
Nah, Malik said yes. I said no.
Oh.
But look, Sarnetta, I freestyled the debate. You feel me?
Go ahead.
And it is what it is, man. A lot of people say I lost because I didn't have a bunch of sources. I just did it off the top of the dome. You understand what I'm saying? I forgot about debating them, and I didn't do no preparations or no research or none of that.
Oh man, so you can't go into a debate without doing no research. And brother, you got to know that Islam has condoned slavery, and slavery is going on right now, brother, in Islamic countries. You got to know that, my man.
Sarnetta, I know it's a lot of BS going on, but my whole point is this, brother, that Islam itself doesn't teach Muslims to enslave non-Muslims and things of that nature. It don't teach that. That's my whole point. Now, the shit that wicked men do, whether they claim to be a Muslim or not or whatever, that's what they do. But it doesn't mean that because this guy claimed to be a Muslim and he got a slave, that means Islam teaches slavery. That's a fallacy. That was my whole point I was trying to tell your boy. And the nigga was quoting hadiths and stuff, and it was working for me. He was quoting hadiths that was saying, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, free the slave. I'm like, nigga, that support me, dumbass. So what is... Like, and then what he tried to do was bring up a so-called 2017 scholars and start quoting them saying some wicked-ass shit and was acting like that was the hadith. And he did some snake shit. I busted him. It's a good debate, though. Just watch it, man. Check it out.
I'll go check it out, but, you know, I already know all about that. I already know all about that, man. You know, I taught my man Malik everything he know, brother, when it comes to that. Yeah, I taught him all that, man.
Why he be moving around like that? He be in one doctrine, he leave that doctrine, go to a new doctrine, and when he with the new doctrine, he'll report on an old doctrine that he just left. Then he'll leave that doctrine, go to another one, and report on the last one that he just left. Why? What? Who does that, Starnetta? That's like Asian behavior.
Yeah, all right, but brother, what do you think about the give me your assessment on Dr. Umar going on the show, spanking these Negroes up? What do you think about that?
Yo, Umar is sharp, man. He's a powerful black man. What can I say? A lot of people hate on Umar, but, you know, I don't have nothing personal against him, so I can look at him, you understand what I'm saying, in a fair light, and the brother doing his thing. It is what it is.
All right, my man, let me move on. Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Stuart Fields. I'm calling from North Carolina.
What's happening, man?
Peace, brother. How you doing, man? I'm president of NCRBG. I was just calling to say, man, I like the way Dr. Umar whooped up Roland Martin and the people on the show yesterday, you know, because they tried to ambush the brother, you know, but he held it down. He was too sharp for him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree.
Yeah. And it was fun. It was funny to me how you saw how Roland was sitting there looking the whole while with his head down. You know, it's funny that, you know, all the people that go on Roland Martin's show, and he never asked them for all their credentials. He never asked them all them questions. So they have to prove where they got their degrees from and everything. But he tried to put the brother through the ringer. But, I mean, you know, Dr. Umar held it down, man. He ended the show great when he told everybody that, you know, them people on the panel, they don't reflect the black community. Because you can tell the way that they were talking, they're ready to take up for master. They're ready to sit there and, you know, just lie and say, talking about the damn Civil Rights Act, and that's the only thing, that's what white people have done for black people. Like, I mean, like, it was just embarrassing on their part, and I'm glad that Dr. Umar was there, and I'm glad he represented the way he did.
Right. All right, my brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We're waiting for the reunion. We're going to be up there deep now.
All right, man. Did you get your ticket yet?
We got, it's in the route. It's about to be ordered. You know,
all right.
Me and my whole team.
You know you go to Eventbrite. You know that, right?
Yeah. We got it. I got the link, man. We've been following you, man. We're going to be there with Dr. Easter. You know
all
what I'm
right,
saying?
That's what's up, brother. Oh, we're going to have a good time.
Right.
We're going to have a good time. I'm already mapping out the schedule, the plans, everything.
That's what's up, man. Look forward to it. We need that healing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from? Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from? Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from? God damn. Peace and Black Power, my brother Umar. What up?
Hey, what's good, family? What's good?
All right. Give me your assessment on what's going on. What do you think about the show with Umar on the Roland Martin show?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? As always, very well spoken individual, and yeah, he did his thing. I think that besides the coon, calling him a coon part, that was my favorite part when he called the boy a coon.
Yeah, you know it.
But what made me upset about the whole thing is when the black woman was attacking him for saying to the people, you should marry black women.
Right.
I was like, yeah, she kind of stood out like, yo. And then like the energy that she had behind it was like crazy. And like the points that the brother tried to make, he tried to say that, Umar stated the question, what have white people collectively done?
Right.
And he tried to say the Civil Rights Act, the criminal justice reform, and they funded the civil rights movement. That ain't do shit for no black people. What the fuck did the Civil Rights Act do for black people? If we still suffer from unemployment to this very day. So even those arguments was like, that's all you got? They didn't have nothing, like you said. When you stand on the truth, you can't beat it. You can't beat when you stand on the truth. I think Dr. Umar did his thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. And to me, Solomon, I mean, if that was a damn setup, that's the weakest setup you could come with. I don't think it was a setup because they would have came a little more correct. Roland Martin know who the hell Dr. Umar is. You can't bring no weak-ass panel like that to try to set the brother up. Hell no.
No, I think that he thought he had him, though. He thought he had him, like you said in the beginning. He thought that when he threw them names out, that he was going to kind of backtrack and say, well, not them brothers. And he was like, wait, you said all. He thought he was going to do some shit like that.
Right.
So he thought he had him on that. And I think, it's a whole thing going on within Negro academia that they're beginning to see Dr. Umar gaining a little steam. So one thing that I seen that I said Umar shouldn't have done was he immediately cut the girl off. He immediately cut her off. He should have just let her go ahead and talk and then slice the head off. Because you had the feminists up there, you had the house Negro, and then you had the Democratic liberal dude up there. And that was the boy that was kind of playing, on the fence. He was walking the straddle. Because he said on the one hand, he's like one of your Michael Eric Dyson niggas. He's well spoken. He basically was saying to Umar, yeah, I fucks with you, but I don't like how you're unapologetically African. That's pretty much what he was trying to say to him. You know what I mean? Certain things you gotta kind of mold. This is what he's trying to say to Umar. But no, we need a speaker like that is straightforward. Like, it's going to be offensive. The truth can be offensive. So it's like, I fucks with him because of that. You know what I mean?
Yo, let me ask you a question, my brother. Yo, you mentioned Michael Eric Dyson. Can you imagine if Michael Eric Dyson and Dr. Umar was to have a debate?
That'd be a good thing.
No, hold on. That's some shit that I would bring to the Apollo Theater. You heard?
Yeah.
That shit would be crazy right there.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Definitely it'll be a good one. Because, Michael Eric Dyson ain't sweet, man. He definitely, I think he was buck dancing on that Bill Maher show. He did a little buck dancing on Bill Maher show, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he definitely, he ain't no easy win.
Yeah, he did.
I still give it to Umar, though.
I mean, to me, that shit will be powerful with them two. Right now, I just see a tie with them two. That's all I'm saying. I see a tie going head to head. I see a tie. But if I was to see that go down, if I could make that type of shit go down, that would be done at the Apollo Theater in Harlem. Fire.
That'd be monumental right there, for real.
Yeah.
Cause like I seen like what you said earlier. That reminded me of when Malcolm was sitting up there. When Malcolm was sitting up there, and it's like, you had the house niggas. But that's the thing, though. I be looking at, and I hate to say this, man. The biggest clones be the dark-skinned brothers for some reason, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't you notice that? The biggest clones.
Yo, check it out, Solomon. Remember, I took you back to Malcolm X debating on the show, and like you said, it was a dark-skinned ass nigga clone going up against Malcolm X.
I don't know what's up with that shit. It be the dark-skinned brothers be the biggest coons, and then it's like, dude, you don't know that you're gonna be that dude on the Malcolm X show now. From now on, for the rest of all eternity, you that house nigga. That your kids gotta look at, and niggas don't even be knowing what the fuck they be doing. Like, you. But I'm gonna let you go ahead, though. Definitely powerful show, man. That beginning was funny as hell too.
Yeah. oh, okay. I got you. All right, peace, my brother. Peace. Hey, shout out to Jaudi Ma'at, man. I gotta give my brother a goddamn shout out. Jaudi Ma'at. Shout out to Jaudi Ma'at. He brought some powerful information for Michael Edwards' ass, man. I ain't gonna front. We gotta deal with that. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee, and Mike Ross Music in the chat.
What's happening, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I seen the interview, and I just think he handled himself well, but I think he might have, been too extreme. He might have put himself on the radar. He needs to be more careful. But I don't think Roland the coon. I just think, he got a show to run. So I think he agreed with Umar a lot, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And with the Dyson and Umar debate, man, come on, let's not get carried away. Umar did all right, but I done heard Dyson speak, man. I think Dyson would murder Umar in the debate. Woo! And calling Dyson a coon, but I done heard Dyson speak about Tupac, man. You can't tell me you're a coon.
Yeah. Hey, brother, I'm with you on that. I'm not going to call Dyson a coon either, and that's why I said that I wouldn't be able to choose Umar over Dyson, and I'm not going to choose Dyson over Umar. To me, both of them motherfuckers is powerful to me. Both of them.
Yeah, both of them are. Right. I'm out though, Netta. I'm gonna watch out.
All right, my brother. I'm saying they both powerful intellectually wise, historically wise. These brothers is powerful. Umar Johnson and Dyson. Come on, man. I'm not giving none of them the edge. I would just sit back and be ready to absorb that type of information coming from both of them. And then you got to look at the topic that they would choose. Whoa, that's some Madison Square Garden type shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And I know that shit'll be sold out. Shout out to the Queen Mel P in the building. Peace to my sister Mel P. What's happening? Peace and Black Power family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm Isaac calling from New Orleans, man. And I'm just calling to say that Black Power to you, Sonetta.
Black Power.
What we expect on BET, you know what I'm saying? The network ain't gonna televise the real. It's all about discrediting the message, but you can't discredit the truth.
Right.
And if it's gonna be televised, it's gonna be on Sonetta TV. You heard me?
Yes, sir. You already know.
Well, I appreciate you, big brother. You take care.
All right, peace. Family, let me tell you what I was doing yesterday with my little spare time I had. I had a couple of hours to chill. I went on my YouTube channel, and it was right there. The Kemet on trial debate. Family, if y'all have not saw that in a minute and you watch it again, the Kemet on trial debate, oh my God, that shit was like, it was lit up in there. The energy was powerful. I think that was one of the best debates. Polite went up in there. That's when Polite was killing him. Polite did his thing on that shit. the Kemet on trial debate, the energy was in the building. That shit was fire. And another thing, the brother that just called in too, he said Umar was on the radar now for being family. All of us are on the radar, not just Umar. You know what I'm saying? Umar been on the radar. Sonetta been on the radar. We all are on the radar. When you on this YouTube channel, don't think of yourself as less as being on the radar. Evidently, you know we on the radar. You see what they did? Them motherfuckers stopped YouTube, stopped everybody from doing commercials. All the companies backed away from us. Come on, man. All of us are on the radar. It's not just our brother Umar. We all are. And you can't allow that to scare your ass. I've been on the radar before YouTube. When I was out there on the 125th Street, family, they got a goddamn police camera right there where I'm at, standing at now. Right there, family. They got a camera right there now. So we all been on the radar. Big brother is watching. You know what they say. I say the devil is watching. You know, the big devil is watching. Family. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all can call him big brother. I'm gonna call him the big devil. Alright? So yeah, family, what I'm gonna do is, when I put this video up, it's just gonna be about the topic. I'm gonna do my best to take out all the other stuff that was up there. Damn, I shouldn't have even put that out there, because somebody might try to do it now without me. You know what I'm saying? That is the Umar and the Dyson shit. I shouldn't have put that out there. Negroes gonna want to try to do it, but nobody can do it like Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? That would be epic. Now, let me see if y'all agree with this, because I want to get it from y'all. Do y'all want Polite and Tazoriak 2, or would you prefer Kemet on trial 2? And that right there would be Brother Jabari will be in the building on this one. Shaka Utmost, Brother Polite. I don't know about the Amara squad on this one. Shaka Utmost, Brother Jabari, Brother Polite going up against Captain Tazoriak, Hashar, and a few other Hebrews. That right there would be epic. What do you think, family? I want to get it from y'all. Somebody said neither. Why you say neither? You scared? You scared of information, man? Huh? Oh yeah, Jahudi Ma'at will definitely be on this one. He definitely will be in the building on this one, and of course Reggie will be on the research team. So we gonna get it popping, no matter how much the jealous hating nigga Tahaka Gay feel about it. Yeah, we gonna get the debates back on and popping. Yeah, your brother Sonetta is gonna make $1. So if you're mad about that, you might as well stick yourself right now. Stab yourself right now, nigga, because Sonetta is back, and I'm bringing it back for the people. So stick yourself, Tahaka. Stick yourself. Family, it's been nice. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm going to say peace and black power. Oh, before I go, I got to pay the bills. I almost forgot. I got to pay the bills.